Hello students, how are you? Hope you all are fit and fine. So today we are going to discuss different kinds of keys available in relational database. We use many keys inside the database so that we can manipulate the data inside the database, and with the help of these keys our data is unique. With the help of these keys our data is uniquely identified inside the database, and we can manipulate our data inside the database with the help of these keys. So first of all we will discuss the definition and different types of keys in database, and after that we will discuss the first key in today's session, and we will discuss the other keys in other videos. And this is the first part of this series. We will discuss definition, different kind of keys, and we will discuss the first key, which is the candidate key, and the other keys will be discussed in further videos. This is the first part of this series. So let's begin. As we see keys in relational database, the definition is one of the primary feature of the relational database concept is that there should be no duplication or redundancy of tuples in a relation, so that each tuple can be identified uniquely in the relation. So as we have discussed in previous video, I have tell you that there is different names of rows, columns and table, and we use tuple instead of row, we use attribute instead of column, and we use relation word instead of table. So I will convert this definition for you so that you can understand. So this is the one of the primary feature of relational database concept is that there should be no duplication or redundancy of rows in a table, so that each row can be identified uniquely in the table. So now maybe you understand this definition. It means there should be no duplication inside the database. Okay, I will give you the example. If there is a table named class, and two students or three students have same name, same first name, same last name, and same class, same section, then you will not uniquely identify that which is the first student, which is the second student, and which is the third student. Then in that condition there is a confusion. So to overcome that kind of confusions, we use keys. We use primary key, we use candidate key, we use foreign key and composite keys, etc., to identify each row or each record uniquely. So we have mentioned ID or roll number or registration number, which is unique, so that we can understand which every student uniquely, and we can find every student efficiently, and we will differentiate all the students. Okay, so first of all we will discuss all the I will name all the keys available in the database. Based on the properties of uniqueness, keys can be classified as candidate key, super key, primary key, alternate key, foreign key, and last one is composite key. So we will discuss only the first key, which is the candidate key. Here it is. So the candidate key, the first property is it is a set of attributes that uniquely identified rows or tuples in a table. Candidate key is a super key with no repeated columns. When we will discuss the example, then you will understand all the properties. So the second one is the primary key should be selected from the candidate keys. Okay, so the third one is every table must have at least a single candidate key. The last one is table can have multiple candidate keys but only a single primary key. Okay, so here it is the example. We have a table named class. So ID we have, and the next one is name, roll number and registration number. In this we have three candidate keys. The first one is ID, the second one is roll number, and the last one is registration number. So now you can understand that the keys which is converted into the primary key, which have some features to convert it into the primary key, is called candidate keys. So all the ID, roll number and registration numbers are unique, and we can identify each student with the help of ID. We can identify each student with the help of roll number, registration number. So the roll number, registration number and ID is the candidate key. Okay, so with the help of these candidate keys, you can make up the one primary key. You can use that ID, you can use that roll number to make the primary key. You can use also the registration number to make the primary key. So on the behalf of these candidate keys, you are able to make the primary key, as we have discussed in the previous properties. Now you can understand easily. It is a set of attributes that uniquely identified rows in a table. So these ID, roll number and registration number are uniquely identified rows in a table. So candidate key is a super key with no repeated attributes. So the next one is primary key should be selected from the candidate key. So if we want to make the primary key, then we will have to use that candidate keys, that one ID, the roll number, the registration number. Okay, I will tell you what is the primary key. First of all, primary key is something which should be null or which should be unique. For example, your roll number, your registration number, your ID, which is not repeated, the data which is not repeated or should not be null is the primary key. Okay, so it is make up from the candidate key. So the third one is every table must have at least a single candidate key, so that we can make the primary key from that candidate key. The last one is the table can have multiple candidate keys but only a single primary key. As we have the example, we have a multiple candidate keys like ID, like roll number, like registration number, but we have only one primary key from these three. Okay, so in today's video we have discussed the definition, we have discussed the different kinds of keys, and we have also discussed successfully the first candidate key. With the help of this example, we have created the 5 students data, student name Jigmeet, Divyam, Tashi, Janvi, Asad. Thank you so much for watching the video. If you have any kind of query regarding this topic, then you can contact me with my WhatsApp number I have mentioned in the description below of the video. So thank you so much for watching, and stay safe, stay healthy and stay at home. Bye bye, see you in the next video.